thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. I want to thank my patrons for making this possible. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Madras Arsenal. My name is Kurt, and today we're going to be talking about the Gold Belle Mine. Now, this is in southwestern Oklahoma. It was a gold mine because there was a gold rush here, but not a gold rush in the sense of what you would think. Let's go take a closer look, and I'll let you know the story of this abandoned mine. This is what the gold mine would have looked like back in 1904 when it was created. It was built by E.A. Williams to process the granite ore, which is very common in this region. And it was believed that there was a large amount of gold here, but there really wasn't. What happened is in about 1907, the gold rush kind of came to an end. So what they did is they took gold dust, put it in a shotgun, and blasted it up there on top to convince prospectors or a potential buyer that there was gold being processed here. Unfortunately, the buyer got scammed, and as you can see, all that's left is the foundation. But let's go take a look inside the actual mine shaft and up top. So I believe this is a mine shaft. It's been filled in over time so that people can't go too deep into it. But I believe this is one of the areas where they would have blasted the gold dust in to fool the prospectors. But you can imagine in its heyday it would have had probably cars or trolleys and probably a rail system and things like that. There's bits of metal all around this site. It's quite interesting, but let's get up here to the foundation and into the actual cyanide mill. So to give you guys a sense of scale, I'm going to go stand up next to one of the foundation blocks. And keep in mind, several stories high, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stories high. Processing gold mine. I'm not sure exactly how the process works. Processing technique. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure the fundamentals of that or how that was processed, but that's how they processed the ore here, and they didn't really turn up any results, which is kind of why this place got abandoned. All right, now we're going to go to the very top. This is the part where the ore Okay, so I can't wear my hat because it's too windy, but in true Oklahoma fashion, it is very windy up here. And this is where the granite ore, which would have supposedly contained, they would have dropped it in, smelted it down, and extracted the gold. Problem is, there was no gold in it. Or if there was, it was very little, so little that you're not going to make a profit out of it. But they built this huge processing plant and mines. You know, hundreds of mine shafts were sunk all in the Wichita Mountains in the hopes of finding gold, but none was ever really found. But these are really cool, you know, sort of out west, got the gold mines, and once the territory was opened up to settlement back around 1900, hundreds of people flocked to this area, thousands actually, in the search of gold. Newspapers were abounding with articles about gold being found in various locations, and the U.S. Army out of Fort Sill actually had to kind of crack down on it prior to settlement of Oklahoma, because then it was only supposed to be available to Native Americans. But people would sneak across the border and, you know, put mine shafts in, various things like that. This is a result of that. And it's just kind of interesting, you know, you just don't see these things very often, but I just kind of wanted to show it to you. So I'm going to try to get up, not climb on it, but maybe hold the camera up so you guys can see down what's inside. I don't know what's inside of it. I've never seen it, but I assume there's an opening up, you know, so it is according to Google Maps. So let's go check it out. So in an effort to not lose my camera, I don't know if I'm going to be able to see I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see beyond that or not. So with every gold mine, you would have a mining town to accompany it. And this one had one as well. It was called Wild Man, and as you can imagine, the name, it was definitely a very wild place. You had saloons, you had brothels, even all the way out here on the western frontier where there's nobody, you still had that stuff. Yeah, pretty interesting. Today there's nothing that's left. A lot of the foundation, or all the foundations were removed. None of the structures remain, and it's just kind of a figment of history. Well, as you could tell, that was very windy. Camera got knocked down, so anyway, I want to say thank you to my patrons for making this possible. Aaron Blum, Exciser, and Aaron Hook. Really appreciate you guys. If you want to support the channel, follow the link above or below to my Patreon page. I give lots of goodies behind the scenes over there on Patreon, sorry. Definitely like and comment below. Let me know what other places you want me to visit, and I will do my best to visit it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.